this is David.
Differently.
Which is fine. Which is yeah, fine. This is Vauxhall East Climbing Centre, which is kind of in Vauxhall, more sort of like Bennington Oval area. But this particular gym is part of a group of gyms called the LCC, which is the London Climbing Centres. Those include Harrow Wall in Harrow, Ravenswall, Vauxhall East, Vauxhall West. There's a few others. I'll post the link up in the description. Or if you go on Google and type in LCC, you should be able to find one of those LCC centres. Potentially one in your area as well, if you don't live Vauxhall. But today, there's another climate session with the climate crew. I can actually focus on something and push as much as I can. Yeah? Huh? Yeah, I did. You could do it, it's not difficult. You're a stronger climber than me. Yes, Michael. Light work. Oh, light work. Right, quick little intros, everyone. That's Ivan. What's your name again? Val. What's your name? Phoebe. And there's Mike. Don't know. And Nicole's on the wall as we speak, challenging that V3. She keeps saying she can't do it, but she's definitely got the power to do it.
Oh!
You do it, swing out. Anyone got any tips on I'm not swinging out because I'm swinging out.
Vauxhall East, well, it's not that big a centre. It's mainly focused on bouldering. Same with Vauxhall West. And compared to other climbing centres, especially in the south, it's probably one of the smallest ones. I think this is mainly your climbing area. Got this big one at the front, and then you've got some around the sides, and then you've got traverse wall over there, and overhangs.
There's a yellow one there.
Not too bad, especially for beginning. Probably a good place to come to. But have a look in your area. Always go for the one that's closest to you before travelling out to others.
Nice!
Ivan, what's the project today?
It's going in 2 minutes.
Huh?
It's going in 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Ivan's one of the better climbers out of the community. He hit a V5 not too long ago and was raving about it.
You?
Now he thinks he's a V5 climber. Can't lie though, he is pretty good. Let's have a little walk around here. Good. And this is David, one of the most experienced, probably the best climber out of this group.
That was an acknowledgement of my existence, not the status.
He's chatting, honestly. No cap, this guy's like the best out of all of us. Hands down.
I don't know. What about all the yonder people?
I don't know what you're saying in this argument. It doesn't make him any less better.
Okay. I'm good, man.
So that is D3. So usually when you're bouldering, it goes up in grades. Starts in VB, which is probably your basic, all the way up to, well, some say it's V17, V18. So that's for your professional climbers.
Yeah.
This one I'm trying here, V3. I did it last week, let's see if I can do it again.
Nice. Oh, smooth.
I don't like that.
I won't like that. The last one goes on.
Go to the next one.
But the last one is in nuts.
Nice, enjoy.
Nice.
David, what do you mean by my legs weren't in the right place?
You put your left leg up quite early,
Okay.
which basically means you're kind of on your resting on your right arm.
Right,
And then you
okay.
have to reach up left.
Okay,
You basically
fine.
put all your weight on your right arm.
Okay.
If you'd stayed with your left foot down,
Yeah.
your weight would have been more underneath you.
Yeah,
and you
fine.
should have just reached up.
Yeah, okay.
You'd made it, because you've got the muscles for it. What are the stitching it could have been?
Nah. That's my problem. Sometimes you need strength rather than technique.
I've noticed a few times from when we climbed when we were at the club station,
Yeah.
that you sometimes, I know we often say use the legs, but sometimes you position your leg when you don't need to.
Okay.
You know, in the same way that we usually tall people,
Yeah.
taking advantage of the height and they stretch up.
Yeah.
We're not tall, but there's times when we can just stretch up.
Yeah.
Put your leg up, sometimes put you in an awkward position to then go up to the next one. It's better to just stand up straight and get it.
Yeah,
Put
fine.
your hand on the thing and then you lift your leg up.
Leg up, fine. Okay.
Especially when people ain't just got good flexibility. It's a way around it.
It's weird because I was always told
French step.
that you need to make sure your leg is secure before you then reach up. So I've always got it in my mind to make sure that my foot placement is where it needs to be before I then reach up.
I hear that, but secure could be that you smear your foot on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the main idea is that it's not flagging around doing nothing
Yeah.
and it's not getting in the way. But the statement is not wrong. You know,
Yeah.
use the legs. But sometimes using the leg is not the right
Not the right
idea.
idea. Fine.
The same way that, yeah, we're strong, but it doesn't mean you should just pull yourself up by your arms just because you can.
Yeah.
But that is inefficient. When you then get to the end of the climb, you ain't got the energy left. So if you can use our legs when it's useful to use, save the energy for later on.
Fine.
Otherwise, don't use it, it's going to get in the way.
Wise words. Wise words.
I actually did this sort of relying on steps.
Yeah.
I didn't do none of that.
How it should be done.
Your leg up.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
With the weight on the right.
Would have been a lot easier. Yeah, fine.
Friday night.
I think it's like, like John basically. You can hold on your body weight.
This one or that one?
That one.
This bad boy is a V2. Volume in the middle. There's the top. Let's try and do this clean.
Try. Okay. Oh, that was good.
So he just it was fun, and that's just fine for him.
I think we can say that was free space.
Yeah. You made that look very easy.
Yeah, what part are you having difficulty with?
We're just gonna in there.
Yeah?
We're gonna my body weight and my stomach.
You can probably reach for the next one underneath.
Which on that underhook there?
Then
That
we
was
can
the.
go. Sorry, I meant for you.
We can get that.
What are you doing this time? Huh? What are you doing this time? Cause in trouble again. Nice one, Nick.
Couple seconds.
Just go. You did that straight.
I love how she keeps doing with your legs.
Yeah, right.
So that's
I tried this one last week. I think it's a V3. It is fairly nice climb. Couple slopers, but that pinch grip, as you can see, pushes you through. Nice. There you go. Light work. Boom.
his climb downs are harder than the climb up.
Huh?
His climb downs are harder than the climb up.
It is really high.
Oh yes, I saw that. How was it?
It's very good. I really enjoyed it.
There you go, nice. See if you can heel hook. There you go. Good effort though. It was a good effort. It was a good effort.
So the car really comes but it's good.
To be fair, I actually want to give it a go.
Give it a go. The start is challenging with like
It's one that's like really physical.
Right, okay.
which is your
My remit.
You're a big strong guy.
I completely forgot the way he went up, so I'm going to
you'll get there, you'll figure out later.
Alright, fine. What's it V4?
Gotta start sitting down. Gotta start with your butt on the ground.
Start with just your right foot.
Straight hands.
Right hand goes up first.
Right hand.
Yeah. Nice one. Left up. That's back.
I mean, I had a little trip at the bottom.
Yeah.
Could have just put my leg there. shouldn't I?
I mean, when you're on the wall, you can't hear.
You can't hear nothing. As soon as you're on the wall, you can't hear nothing. Apparently, I could have put my foot on that one over here, which probably would have steadied my movement going up, but it's alright, you live and you learn. Attempt number 2,
Reading the signs on my body. Bye. Strong start. Okay. Yeah, I know, me too. Till I saw you dancing.
Soft feet.
Oh, it died. Maybe it didn't. So you just keep on shaking it. Hey.
Disgusting. Disgusting. Do you know some of the names of these?
No, well, this is, that's a sloper.
See the sloper there? So these are the molds that they use to create the roots.
There's a nice little knob on it to get out to hold onto.
Nice little what?
A little knob, so you
Pause.
probably be able to make use of it. It'll make a big difference. These would be more like, if it's that way, nice. You can do a crimp on it. Or if it was that way, side pull. Nice. These ones you can get your hand right around it, so it's very positive, as opposed to being like this, which is very negative.
Yeah.
So you have to hold them differently, as opposed to being able to hold
You
that.
use a whole palm rather than just your...
Yeah, and it's a very different, almost unnatural thing. It's natural to claw.
Yeah.
It's not so natural to grip something by holding
Okay.
it that way, so it can be quite... This one would be a pocket,
Yeah.
so... And it is the easiest thing to hold,
Yeah.
most natural. Out of all of these, that would be the hardest. And of course, difficulty would be that everything will get smaller and smaller.
And that's where they're putting up the new roots. See the yellow one, which looks like a V2.
Stay.
Yellow stay.
Yeah.
Then you've got the
Perms,
the perma sets, which stay there as
the
well.
ones that get all shiny.
Yep.
You wouldn't even find survive.
You ain't gonna be able to see from here, but those ones there. How often do you usually change like the routes? Like,
Well, we will change once every week.
Right.
And then every week we're going to do like one specific section. So this week we're doing the overground. I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
So just all this section here. So it will be a different one every week.
okay.
So I don't know how long we'll be into this once we set it here, but it's going to be like a month
Every
and a
6
half.
weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes we have like special sets. So for Pride we had just like basically a rainbow flag,
Right.
but with the holds
Oh wow, okay, nice.
just on here. So every now and then we'll do something where it's like,
Creative wall.
yeah, but almost always it's going to be just like this.
Fair play.
The yellow ones and the kind of yellow and purple ones
Yeah.
are like projects.
Okay.
So those are left up a bit longer, which is
Fine.
why you'll notice those.
Okay. How much fun do you have coming up with the routes?
I don't actually do the route setting. I
you're
just
not
do the taking off the holes.
Right, okay.
But for the people who do the setting, I've heard it's a really fun job.
Are you looking to train to become a route setter?
I'd love to. I don't think I climb hard enough at the minute.
Right,
that
okay.
It would make sense because I climb up to maybe like the V3 level, which is
Right,
I like
which is
that
yeah,
level,
fine.
fun. But in terms of like someone setting, maybe
Yeah.
people with a bit more range.
Great, fine. Yeah, fine. Okay, fair. Appreciate that. Thank you, mate.
No worries.
That guy there on the ladder, he's got range. It's called
Hayato.
Hayato, and he climbs like V11s, and I think he's done 12 maybe.
Is he Japanese?
Name sounds Japanese.
Those Japanese people are serious climbers.
Yeah,
Serious
he's definitely
climbers.
up there. He's a ridiculously good climber.
The Japanese have got the hardest bouldering centers in the world. Honestly, some of the Olympic champions, world champions, they go and train there.
Nice, Francis.
Mate, craziness.
Allegedly. You start with the hand on the wall.
You got a lovely two pose there. Yep. Yep, that's it. Up.
Sorry? Sorry. Go up, go up. There's
Yeah, you need to go wait.
the foot hold with your right.
Switch your feet back.
Yeah, switch your feet back.
And put, yeah. That's it. Well done. No. Jump. Fuck it. And jump. Yeah, that's it. No, not jump off.
Don't jump.
Sorry.
My biggest thing whenever I climb
I'll just say no.
is that if it's one of the easier grades, so say you're V0, V1, V2,
That little.
I never read it before I climb. But I mean by reading it, you have a look at the route you're going up in, see what technique is needed for the types of molds that you're going to be climbing on. And generally you can sort of figure out a route as you're going up. Rule of thumb, when you're climbing, always have a look at the route, try and plan your route before you go up. Because then, otherwise, you're not doing what I do, not looking where the molds are, and then coming off the wall and not completing the climb. Now I've got to do it again, which I don't mind. But it's a little bit annoying, the fact that I didn't read it.
I used to have them when I was in primary school. Yeah.
If you can, you should be able to push off the right leg, left leg I should say, but it's then coordinating and staying close to the wall. You can then, if you can pull yourself in and push with the right leg, you should be able to grab it with the right hand, rather than going left.
Trust. Yes, but you didn't jump. You didn't trust.
I think you should keep your hand under. Because what you put your hand on top.
But then I go with the left leg.
No, you can still go with the right. The idea that you use the hand, pull yourself up.
Wait.
Yeah, but then I have to
Pull
go with the
yourself
left.
up. Yeah, but I could have let go and go right.
No, David.
In
no.
theory, I mean,
No,
In,
no, no.
in practice.
No, no.
the point is that I pulled myself with the right hand.
No.
And as soon as you get yourself up enough, you can then push with the leg. If you don't, you're going to push yourself away.
Baby.
He said you could have gone with your right like it was nothing. You could have just switched if you wanted to.
If you wanted to.
If you wanted
If you wanted to, even once.
Optional, look.
We've done this before. It's now or never.
CJ's got anything? No?
I'm going to do it, but whether I'm going to even get to that section.
That's another question.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
But let's try and do it with a positive mindset. I'll complete it.
I like what you did to the camera.
I thought you were gonna run to this for a second. Nice one. Hook it.
Hips into the wall, your booty is too far out.
Or if it's just big.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice one. Stick to the wall.
You need to hug the wall like you love it.
That was the beat too.
Show that wall a good time.
No one said pause. Chest to the wall, chest to the wall, chest to the wall.
Yeah, hips to the wall too. There you go. Right, that's nice. Stick
Chest to the wall.
Stick it. That's it, no.
Also check.
Popping your booty out, not
Oh.
like.
Also check where you're putting your feet on, because it was a bit too much to the left.
Okay.
So you didn't have that much space.
Start run.
Foot placements and leg technique is what I need to learn how to do, because especially on slopers, the toes are not in the right position. You're going to end up sliding straight off like I did. It's not something you want to do because you're going to hurt yourself.
Woo!
Well done.
That was great.
I mean, it's an alternative.
Alright. Why did you get into climbing?
So again,
Why did you get into climbing? When did you get into climbing? Why did you get into climbing?
2019, I found my son was having a conversation with his mum, and he mentioned that he was going bouldering, and I asked him what it was, and found out that it was something you could actually go and do locally, as opposed to something you only saw on TV or existed somewhere else. So I started to go with him. I figured I'd enjoy it because I've always liked that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So I started with him, with my son. He was my first teacher.
Nice. And then how did you find it, like, especially for obviously a space that was previously white dominated, like as a black man, how did you find it?
I didn't let any of that bother me. I did notice quite soon that it was, spot the black sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's very few of us there. But I put that down to the fact that one, we don't know it exists.
Yeah.
And two, there is a financial factor. It's not the cheapest of sporting activities to get involved in. The shoes cost a bit.
Yeah.
If you have to hire them, it costs. Each time you go, it's quite a bit of money in comparison to membership of a normal, typical gym.
Yeah.
So I think those are factors.
Okay.
But the biggest one is I think we're just not familiar with it. We're becoming more so.
Yeah.
And I think that was the biggest factor. But yeah, it's something that I'd get into. I figured if I liked that sort of thing when I was younger.
Yeah.
Adventure playgrounds and jumping around.
Yeah.
So that's like the adult version for me.
Do you think that's the main reason why a lot of us in the community stop ourselves from doing all these things because of money?
I
Because
think
it costs?
sometimes there's a money factor. We're not necessarily as in as much poverty as we were when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like the 70s and the 60s and whatnot. We're a bit more affluent.
Yep.
We have more wider interests. There's a lot more of us, and sometimes we're just not aware of the fact that others are doing things. Today we found out there's a Black Bird Watchers group.
Yeah,
I didn't know they
together.
existed.
Together.
So once you find out that they're there, then you realise, oh, there are other people interested in me. It's
Yeah.
not just me. I'm not alone.
Yeah. It feels like it feels like they started popping up sort of around the sort of same time you started climbing, because it's around 2018, 2019 that you started seeing those grassroots organisations start to, push those boundaries when it comes to representation. And you having flocked together, Mount Noir, Soft Life Ski, Climbxr, Wonders of Colour, all these groups that are now really sort of trailblazing when it comes to trying to get more representation in those spaces. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why it's now made it slightly more easier to get involved with those things than it was previously before that.
You've got, again, groups that are actually promoting it.
Yeah.
So a person like Rotimi,
Yeah.
we're climbing with, recognised that it's something that we weren't as interested in, so he started up a group to encourage more people of colour to get involved.
Yeah.
Another pastime that we can get involved in, rather than, apart from the expense of course, that we can do that's, let's say, a safe activity.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that it's dangerous to climb.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's relatively harmless. You're keeping yourself fit and healthy. You're meeting people. You're talking.
Yeah.
It's a very social environment. You're
Really?
there for 2-3 hours. I've recognised I'm doing like maybe 20 climbs. The average climb is maybe 30, seconds to 50 seconds. We're only actually climbing for about 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah,
climbing for half an hour.
Yeah.
Lots of breaks in between climbs, but you're meeting people.
Yeah. You're sort of
everything's
analysing
nice.
climbs, you know,
Yeah.
you're sort of helping each other, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? That community camaraderie type thing. We all want to see each other win and sort of get to the top and
Exactly. You're not
flash
really
or
competing with
complete
one another.
boulders, yeah.
Even at us, I was in the competition thing yesterday.
Yeah, how was that?
It was okay. I got there very late. It was a 3 hour period to climb. I was still sleeping when it started.
Yeah.
So by the time I got there, I only had an hour. People have done most of their climbs, so I didn't get to warm up. I normally warm up probably for an hour before I tried any hard climbs.
Right.
So I didn't do anywhere near as well as I think I should have, could have. But it was still interesting to do. It was very comp-like, which is that they had very few climbs on each wall. It wasn't cluttered the way it generally is.
Yeah.
So you could see, just focus more on that climb. There weren't things getting in the way. But it was interesting. It'd been nice to have gotten there earlier.
Yeah.
And climbed. I want to be able to see how I climb in comparison to other older people.
Yeah.
In my age category. But it was good to see like the young people, the teeny boppers. Yeah, they're like geckos, man. So the way they stick to the wall.
Straight to the wall, man.
They don't have this. Let's say, they say that we're only born with maybe 2 natural fears: loud noises and falling.
Falling. Yeah.
Not heights, but falling. And every other fear that we have is one that we've developed. So when people go wall climbing, adults, they've got a life of fears that they've taken.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And the bouldering becomes a cathartic release, and also a metaphorical way of overcoming those fears. Because you're climbing, it does get scary as you get up higher, and you want to get to the end, so you fight against that thing that scares you.
Yeah.
So it's like a metaphor of how you can just push through in life. But these young people, they haven't developed any of these fears, you know, other than the few that we might have been forced on them. Like, don't go near the dog, mind the bee, you know, and such like. They don't have that sense of fear, so they're just climbing like it's nothing. You know. If I was climbing better than any of them, it was only because I had reach. I could reach what they couldn't.
But you've got really good technique, and you know it shows the amount of time and practice you put into it. Because seeing you sort of do some of the harder boulders, you know, and reach to the top with relatively little to no, like real not drive, but little to no exertion of energy. Do you know what I mean? Like it all seems very easy when you're doing it. So I mean, that's
the ones that I'm climbing now. I mean, there's one I was climbing today is a B8.
Yeah.
I've tried it a few times. I've tried the bits. I've tried for the last hold to see what it feels like.
Yeah.
And I've got it. Then I'm trying to do it all together, and I can't get it all together. I can get all of it apart from the last bit. I tried it again a couple of times today. I felt really strong today.
Yeah.
I did quite well. Got to the end. Got to touch the end.
Nice.
When I came about a week ago, it was with my son. I could hardly even get the beginning of it. I was feeling quite weak that day. So there can be ups and downs.
100%.
Or even the time that you try to climb on that particular day. If I try it too early, my body's not ready. And if I take too long to try it, it's too intense. I ain't gonna do it.